Hello, Collective. Wendy Joy, Love and Light. Today I'm sending encouragement to stand firm and tall and use your bravery and your courageousness in order to help you navigate through the chaos or the confusion and flip it into solution-based clarity that gives you the ability not only to move forward within your energy, within your environment, within whatever position you may find yourself, but also to add love and light that comes from you to shine bright, to direct your way, that it unravels whatever turmoil may be lurking in the shadows or on the sidelines or being cast by another energy. It seems that many people, well, I don't want to say that. It seems that companies, or businesses or religious factors or government, entities are going out of their way to create as much havoc, turmoil, and pain in every individual's life. It seems to be on one level or another, whether it's food being priced out, gas being watered down, and then your car breaking because it's not supposed to run on, water and fumes. And then, people telling you, or those businesses telling you that you have to pay money that you don't have for situations you didn't create, but were handed to you in a plain cardboard box, so to speak, that didn't give really any indication of what was in it. But once you received it and it was implemented within your field, your environment, your structure, all it did was bring chaos, conflict, and debauchery. And then they say that we have to take care of that, even though it was initiated by them. So when these situations come your way, in whatever form impacts your destiny, your road, your day, just understand and take a step back. Use your breathing techniques and bring yourself back to a balanced level center where you could understand that what's being sent to you is being sent to you to hurt, to harm, to hinder. But when you use the knowledge that you're being gifted with what it is you never asked for or wanted, right? That you have the ability to take the value of being handed something that someone else forced to you. Because they knew that it would hurt you, but they told you otherwise. And being able to forgive yourself for accepting the information, for accepting the package or the knowledge, or even the direction, whether you may have felt forced or not, like put in a corner. I know that a lot of people will be more ready to receive something that may be presented to them when they're in a crisis or a crunch and they're looking for a leg up or a hand out of any, situation that seems that it's too large or too toxic for one person to handle on their own, right? This comes in a multitude of forms. It could come with, state aid. It could come with grants. It could come with loans. It could come with, job applications. It could come with, whatever endeavor of the 3D physical life that you're entering, going through, or somehow a part of. Be mindful that you don't let the situation engulf you, because that's what the lower energies want. They want you to wallow, to dwell, and to sink into the turmoil that they're sending, or that they sent, or that they intend on sending, to try to get you off your path, to lower your vibration. And some things, can't be helped, and other things can be recognized, and they can be stopped, and they can be redirected, and it can be rewritten or reformatted to work in our best benefit. And when we look at situations with a different mindset, and we look for solutions that don't only help one but help everyone, then it becomes easier to be able to pinpoint the flaws in the packages that are concealed, that are being sent, and then migrate in a manner in which the negative does never hurt, but the positive always uplifts and rises and takes us with it. And I'm looking at life in that manner, because right now I'm being bombarded by a lot of hidden, concealed, deliberate confusion that was sent to me, regardless of the sender, because there have been many, right, looking to push me off my path, get me to redirect, to shrink into lack or adversity. But I refuse to do that. I refuse to give up my ability to continue to see the value in every lesson or every unmarked box that's being delivered, and recognize that what's in it on the surface is meant to trip you. But when you look deeper into that box, just like Pandora's, on the way, way bottom, there's hope. And when you allow yourself to take the hope that was left in the bottom of that cardboard box and alchemize it into your advantage, then you can easily pull back all of the evils, the poisons, the toxins, the bad energy that was released from surface level, and you could rewrite, reformat, regain the negativity and alchemize it into positivity, and then spread that outwardly for everyone to be a part of, to have a piece of, to be able to partake or participate in your ability to flip that negative into a positive, and then share it with a loving high vibration, a frequency that will allow others to be able to take the same chance and believe in themselves and rewrite whatever negative was initiated in their direction, and use it into a positive catalyst in order to rise above and succeed. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I went toward different agencies in order to help me in a crisis moment, because things haven't been manifesting as quickly as I would like my timeline to fall into place. But I also understand that where I am, my timeline has been falling into place, just not in every level, in every direction. I have my mind, I have my health. I'm not dying anymore. I'm thriving within my structure, my muscles, my ligaments, my tendons, they're all responding better and better every day. And I also understand that what's worth having and keeping always takes time to create, to embrace, to harness, to build, to achieve, for success to come on a long-term basis. And that's what I'm looking for, especially where my body is concerned and where my mind is, because I have been sharp and then clouded, and now I'm sharp again, and I have just about all of my abilities back while I'm calling in all of my blessings and gifts and tools that I've left in different dimensions and spaces and times. And as I'm gathering all of my pieces and strengthening my body, that is something I've been manifesting, and that is coming to sight, to view, to real life with every move I make. And people look at me and they see me with the walker, but then they see me move and they see me go and they say, that takes a lot of courage and a lot of strength. And I'm like, I am built of courage and strength, and I am built with thankfulness and gratitude, because I know what makes life, I know how to put life into what it is that I would like to blossom and bloom. And by no means am I sitting letting life pass me by, allowing my functions, my cycles, my abilities to diminish, as that happens. I learned my lesson, and I'm past the field. I'm into my journey. 3 years on candid TV or the telephone, however you want to look at it, social platforms, if you will, which is something that I've never done before. I was always reluctant of the camera. But now there's more pictures of me floating around than there ever was 3 years prior. So I've been manifesting my path, my journey, knowing where I'm supposed to go, how I'm supposed to get there is left to the divine to elevate and show. Because we could take control and make our own moves, but we don't really know what our higher selves put into plan when the contract was formed and signed off by the Creator as valuable information, wisdom, and experience to be learned and gained. So I understand that too. I mean, I lived through that as well. I can't make the end come any quicker than what it takes in order to create an entire situation from start to finish. And there's a lot of components to that. And some components I didn't even quite think of because I just looked past them. Imagine that. But those were the largest components. And I looked past them because I wasn't aware of them. So I wasn't properly educated in, here we'll start with book publishing or website creation. I went on the information I was provided, and I wasn't, when I researched, it didn't say that there was more that came after. So I believed what it was that I was being gifted in that plain cardboard box, right? And when I opened it and all the evils just sprang out and vanished into the atmosphere, into the ethers, like they do, or did rather, with Pandora's box, I looked in to see what it was that I had released without knowing I had released it. And I found a shimmer, a glimmer, a silver lining. and it filled the box, and it was all about hope and faith and self-belief and positive forward motion. And I pulled that tool out of the box, and I keep it with me day and night, because I do have faith and I do have hope, and I do believe in the enlightened nudges and resonate with the intuition that I receive. And I also know that even though my journey in the publishing world, especially with the online store, it all seems to just disappeared, faded away. And that makes me sad, because I didn't know that was going to happen. So with the hope that I pulled out, I reverted my website back to just showcasing my books, my literature, and, a little bit more about me and my journey, and took the online store away from away from what I was creating and put it on hold. Just like I put my Google Knowledge Panel on hold, because as it seems right now, what I thought was a complete package turns out to have had a whole lot of flaws, and that was all released when that cardboard box was opened. And I'm pulling back all of those evils and straightening them out and fixing them one at a time. And when I finish, I'll be able to provide not only loving, guiding, encouragement, and support to each and every one, but I will also have figured out a way in order to increase my financial kitty, in order to continue with the ventures I started, even though I know that there's a possibility that the more time it takes me to get back to those 2 unfinished projects, the more likely I am to lose them, to lose my investments. But I'm willing to take that risk, because my longevity is everything to me, because it doesn't just benefit me, because it benefits all of you. And that's what I came here to do. I didn't really come here to make money. I didn't really come here to beg for finances or search for jobs or any type of financial security. I always knew that the universe would take care of me, and that no matter where I found myself, that I would never be in lack, that I would always be supported, held, and carried. And whether that comes in 3D form or spiritual 5D essence form, to me, all that really matters is that there's love and there's kindness, compassion, and empathy, and continued forward motion, and a commitment that I made a long time ago that I have honored with every step I've ever taken and every step I intend on taking. That love, the highest frequency of all, be a part of, be within me, and I give it out to everyone always. And that doesn't mean sugarcoat things and be nice. That means tell the truth. That means be knowledgeable and wisdom-based, but with intent to uplift and to reveal whatever value or guidance may be encompassed within or surrounded by an experience that maybe you thought was going to go one way because of all the positive work that you put into it, but maybe is stalled or delayed because outside energies manipulated, misguided, or held valuable knowledge and tools, wisdom that you needed to know in order to continue to go forward. What I do know is that I'm in a very loving, warm space. My spirit team encourages me, loves me, and sends me signs and symbols and synchronicities every day, multiple times a day. The dog saw the mailman. I'd like to say that, a check was deposited in my mailbox that will, take away my worries and erase my delay, if you will, within my online store or my Google Knowledge panel. But I'm sure that that's not going to come in the mailbox. Although I do have PayPal. So, if you find it in your spirit to help, me out in my time of need, I would definitely be grateful and extremely thankful. And anybody and everybody who does reach out, support, help, or even purchase my books to learn more about me is always seen and always remembered. And I send positive, loving energy to each and every one. And I also put it within the pages of my books. My energy is in the pages I wrote, and it's in the voice that I carry. It's in the wisdom that I provide through my insights from experiences that I've overcome. My lovely collective, that doesn't mean that our experiences of overcoming trial or tribulation is going to stop. It's going to come on different levels with different meaning. But that doesn't mean that you should ever give up. Never give up. I'm not giving up. I'm doing everything that I can in order to save my ship so that I can invite each and every one of you to sunbathe on my deck. I'm being silly again. But my lovely collective, bring laughter and joy, because it certainly makes everything that might be sad or heavy go away and diminish and fade into what was yesterday's world, while we sit in today's world, the present moment, where we are picking and choosing the life we give energy to, the energy that we give life to, what it is that we choose to hold, to breathe value, or to benefit the value from and of, while we use our discernment, clarity, and all the God-given, creator-given tools that helps us on our journey of remembrance. Because it all comes down to, do you remember? What do you remember? And sometimes, most of the time, we don't just get like epiphanies where, oh, I remember this out of the blue. You see something, you hear something, you read something, and it strikes a line of synchronicities or resonance or deja vu, or a stream of memories just come flooding through. That happens. It happens to me all the time. And it just makes me smile, because I know that my road is clear for me. That even though there is debris and obstacles in my way, that there will be other doors, other windows, other opportunities that will open, that will be just for me, so that I can grow and thrive, so that I could be in a position to be the philanthropist, the giver without receiving, like I've always been, but on a more grand level. Because, because you're worth it. You're all worth it. You're worth every effort and every ounce of energy that I have. If it brings you enlightenment, insight, and encouragement. My lovely collective, whatever you do today, you're in control. So if you receive that unmarked cardboard box of dismay wrapped up in a picture you thought you were presenting in your own unique way, only to find out that other energy swapped things out or added stuff that didn't belong there, or hid stuff that should have belonged there that you weren't aware of. In the bottom of your box, you've got hope too, and faith and encouragement. And pick it out, take it with you, and say thank you. Because that was your silver lining, reminding you that you should not give up or give in or let another win, that you should continue to go forward, carrying love and light and positivity with a clear clarity and choice, and staying committed, diligent. And you will see that the universe will open up the roads that you need to travel in order to be, in order to see, in order to vibrate in the energy in which you are striving to embrace. I believe that. And even though obstacles are thrown my way, I don't let it bother me, dissuade me, or bring me down in any type of way, because I will never let them win. I will always be the victor. I am never the victim. And neither are you. Because when you realize that things are being shown, provided, or thrown your way, it's not to hurt you, not unless you let it. It's there to help you, to give you more tools, to alchemize, to learn how to transmute, to switch your mind, to pivot to a higher space where you allow the encouraging enlightenment to fill your space, and then you harness it and give it light, your light, and let it burn even that much stronger. That's you working united with your spirit team, with your higher consciousness. So don't be fearful. Take that step. And if your journey brings you chaos and conflict like it did to me, there's always hope in the bottom of that box. So grab it out and then breathe, refocus, and continue to go forward, holding a smile on your face and love in your heart and forward motion in your direction. My lovely collective, no matter where you are, I am always encouraging you. I am always leading you toward the light. Love and light.